You're in my way. Hello, welcome to Science Chomp. Today we're going to be talking about the urinary system. Now the urinary system, along with the integumentary, the digestive and the respiratory system, all form what's known as the excretory system. Now excretion is the getting rid of waste, so all of those body systems gets rid of waste in one way, shape or form. But today we're going to be looking specifically at the urinary system. This collects and eliminates waste, and also it regulates the levels of fluid and salt in your body. Okay, it consists of these parts. So we've got these bean-shaped organs called kidneys, and what these do is they filter the blood. Okay, and the waste goes down these tubes called ureters into the urinary bladder, and then when this bladder is full, you go for a wee. And where it comes out is called the urethra. Okay, so the urethra is a tube that comes out. Don't get these two mixed up. They look kind of similar, the ureter and the urethra, but they are different structures. Okay, now on to a little bit more detail about the kidneys themselves. So as I said before, this is where the filtration happens. And they've got these structures, millions of structures called nephrons inside of them. Okay, and what happens is the nephrons are very closely associated with the blood vessels, and there's amino acids, salts, urea, glucose and water that come out of the blood vessels and into the nephron. And what it does, the nephron is actually a series of tubes, so all of this stuff, all of these substances go through these little tubes, and a lot of the water and nutrients are reabsorbed from the nephron. Okay, and the waste is urine, and it comes out and down the urethra, and it collects in the urinary bladder, and then you get rid of it. That's basically how it works. So the nephron basically does all of the action itself. So all of the good stuff goes into the nephron, and then the good stuff gets reabsorbed, and the waste is passed down the ureter into the urinary bladder, just to reconfirm. Okay, on to urinary system problems. First of all, you can get a bacterial infection of the kidney. Basically, the infection starts down here. Women are more likely to get these infections than men, purely because the urethra is shorter and it's closer to, the rectum, where you have all of these digestive pathogens and things. So anyway, you can get a bacterial infection. It's called a urinary infection of the bladder and the urethra, and that infection can spread up here into the kidney, and what it does is it damages nephrons. So this is incredibly bad. The nephrons are really delicate, but they're really important. Okay, without the kidneys, the blood becomes toxic, you see. So anyway, that's bad news. If you get a bacterial infection, make sure you get it treated with antibiotics as soon as possible. It really is kind of bad. Okay, the next one are kidney stones. Now, kidney stones is where salts build up and minerals build up inside of the kidneys, and you get these like little stones. And what has to happen is it needs to pass down here, and then you need to pass them out, and it's incredibly painful. You can use like these laser things to break down the stones a little bit, but here it's like giving birth for a man anyway. So anyway, that's kidney stones. I always cross my legs when I'm describing these. It's just not good. And finally, you got kidney disease, and this is where the nephrons are non-functional, they've broken down. And when you've got kidney disease, if you leave it untreated, the blood becomes toxic. And if it's toxic blood, waste builds up, and then organs and things start to shut down. So it's really, really bad news. So what they do is they hook you up to something called a kidney dialysis machine, and this purifies your blood for you, but it's really quite bad. And so, for those people with, who need a dialysis machine, kidney transplant is a viable option for treatment. Okay, well, I hope all of that made sense. If you've got any questions, leave it in the comment section down below. And if you've got a different video that you want me to cover, Again, just leave it in the comments and I'll do the best that I can. Okay, take care.